keep it here and push it down. So I'm just gonna try it, and it has come off. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a special one. Today I'm going to give you a peek behind the curtain and show you exactly how we make the perfect beautiful soy pillar candles here at SOSA. And for those who don't know me, I'm Sonal from SOSA Candles, and I make videos all about candle making and running my small candle business. I know a lot of you might be curious about what goes into creating those smooth, gorgeous candles that you all see in stores or in online. So today I'm going to take you behind the scenes, and I'm going to show you our exact journey as to what we do here at SOSA to achieve that perfection and to achieve that beautiful, long-lasting soy pillar candles. So grab a cup of tea, get comfy, and let's dive in. Now, before we get started, there's one thing I want to mention. Making perfect soy pillar candles can be a bit challenging. Unlike paraffin wax pillar candles, soy wax is prone to a bit of challenges such as frosting, cracking, and also sinkholes. But don't worry, throughout the video I'm going to share some tips and tricks so that y'all can avoid these common pitfalls. So please make sure to watch this video till the end, because this is going to be the most helpful video you're going to watch in terms of making these pillar candles. Before even we dive into the candle making process, the first step is to make sure that the molds are squeaky clean. Any dust or debris will really impact the way our candles look once they are completely formed, and hence this is the very first step that I always do, and I always recommend as well, so that your candles are completely free of any dust or debris and they look nice, polished, and of professional quality. So what I've done here is I've heated up some water, and I've used some detergent, and the water is about warm now. What I'll be doing is I'll just be cleaning my molds into this soapy water for a few minutes, and I'm just going to use a soft cloth to do it because I don't want to sort of scratch the molds as well. So before I even start anything else, I just want to start by cleaning the molds. I'm just going to show you all the process so that when you all do it, you all don't face any other challenges. So let's begin with the cleaning. Okay, so first let's start with dousing these bad boys inside of the water. I am just going to let it fill with some water. So now that my molds have been soaked in, I'm just going to quickly start cleaning them. It's a very simple process, and I'll walk you all through. So with the help of a kitchen towel, I am just softly wiping this off so that there are no waters. There are no water droplets inside of the mold. And I purposely chose two types of molds today. One is the ribbed one, as you all can see. It's a ribbed one, so that I could just show you all, how you can play around with the precision. And one is a very simple one, but really beautiful. The outcomes are really beautiful. So the other one is of this kind. So I started from cleaning today is because sometimes the nuances itself are the pillars of making great things. And I spent a lot of time when I started this, and I just couldn't get it until I started getting my basics right. And hence my goal here is to ensure that you all have the basics right to get the perfect finish that you all are after. So that's it. I have now completely dried my molds. As you can see, they look so shiny now, which is the proof that everything's nice and clean. So now let's quickly start the next step. Alright, so I'm back in my studio. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start wicking these molds. So now let's talk wick. This little guy plays a huge role in how your candle burns. So let's quickly wick these bad boys. So I'm done wicking these molds. Now comes a very crucial step which will help us in preventing any wax spills at the time of the pour and at the time of the curing as well. So I'm going to quickly show you what it is. So before we even pour our candles, it's really important that we secure the bottom edges of the candle so that there are no wax spills. So what I have done here is I have taken a candle mold sealer and I have sealed the bottom so that there are no gaps inside of the mold and the wax cannot escape at all. So many times the wax spills a lot and it's a very messy process, but I've used a candle mold sealer which is made specifically for this reason, to make sure that you get perfect candles without the mess. And it's a non-toxic material. You can reuse it for n number of times and it will still work fine. All you need to do is you just need to tear it into small dots and you need to roll them a bit and they are good to go. So I've been using them forever now, and I would highly recommend you all to check these out. These are on our website, so you can definitely check it out if you're looking to create those perfect candles without any wax spills. Alright, so now the moment of the truth, pouring. It might seem easy, but it takes a little practice because we want to make sure that there are no air bubbles at all. And there's just one simple trick that I do to make sure that my wax adheres really well. And like I mentioned, soy wax has a tendency to crack, so to avoid that as well, I like to do this trick. Let me quickly start showing you so that you know what I'm talking about. So I preheat my molds for a few seconds before pouring the wax inside of the mold, and this has worked so well for me because after that I have not had any wax cracks, and my wax also adheres really well. And at the time of demolding as well, it's a really simple and easy process. So now that I've heated my molds, I'm going to quickly start with the pouring. So as you can see, the wax is completely poured. What I also do is I gently just tap it like once, twice and thrice to make sure that all the air bubbles are completely dissolved, and that the candle becomes perfect once we unmold it. So now I'm going to do the same for another candle here. So I'm going to do 2 of color and 2 of natural color. As you can see, I'm not using anything else. The mold sealer has been successful in preventing any wax spills, so you must definitely check this out. Now I'll place this aside and then I'll bring the other mold into picture. Now we'll let this cure and solidify. This will take a few hours, and for the remaining molds I'm thinking of adding a pop of color, so let's quickly do that. For the ones we've already poured, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a Vicks stainer and I'm going to align it so that it stays erect. I'm going to repeat the process for the second one as well. Alrighty, so actually before I could pour the second batch, my camera battery died and I could not film it further. And in the meantime, our white cream colored candles have sort of solidified, and I just wanted to show you all the progress so far. So let's quickly check it out. So like I said, these are our white cream candles that we poured before my camera battery died. So as you can see, there are sinkholes here, and we can easily just use a double pour method and get rid of it. On the smaller candle as well, there are sinkholes, but since this was cut here, I will not pull it up directly. Instead, I'll just move it anti-clockwise to make sure that the wax is not disturbed at all, and then I'll slowly take it off. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this wick off so that we have a very soft base. So first I'm just going to chop this one off. This is the first step in achieving the smoother base. That's it. Now I'll fill these holes by adding more wax. That's it. So I've poured. Now this is the second one, so I'll quickly pour in here as well. And we are done. Now I'm just going to let this rest, and now we'll start with the second one. So I have my wax here. Now I'm going to add some color to it, and yep, let me just quickly open this out. I'm going to add colors slowly because these are really concentrated colors, and whatever I'm showing you is already available on our website. You can go to our DIY candle making section and there you'll find it. So these are oil based colors that I use. because they mix really well, and there is no residue, or there is no how do I say, wax particles or color particles that are segregated at all. The entire wax remains integrated, and the outcome itself is really beautiful, and I just wanted to show you all the same. I have mixed it. If you all want, you all can add fragrance oil as well, but I chose to skip it. So that's that. Now I'll quickly heat this up. That's it. Now I'll slowly begin with the pouring. You just need to be really slow and consistent. You don't have to rush. So that's it for my first one. Now the second one. Okay, we're done. Like I said, I'm just going to gently tap it. If you tap it once or twice, it's more than enough, and it will start to release the bubbles. Similarly, I'm just going to tap it slowly, and it will release all the bubbles. Now I'm going to secure this. Okay, this is done. This is the second one. And I've secured it. So I've poured my pillar candles, and we need to let it rest for a few hours before before we unmold it. So there's one more thing that y'all can do, is to add a little bit of stearic acid at the time when your wax is completely poured. What stearic acid does is it prevents your wax from burning away too fast, and it helps with increasing the burn time of the candle. So that's one thing y'all can definitely look at. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So we are actually shooting this 24 hours later because I shoot during the night times. You'll obviously know there's a lot of construction happening just opposite my property, so it becomes difficult to shoot during the daytimes. But here I am, and today we're going to unmold these, and I'll share my tips and tricks that have helped me get those perfect pillar candles, and I'm confident that they are going to equally help you out as well. So let's get into it. So these are the candles that I poured yesterday. I had to pour an additional layer. Like I said, we always need to do a second pour to make sure that all the sinkholes that are there are covered fully. So as you can see here, there are no sinkholes whatsoever for any candle as such, and they are almost smooth. If not, I mean, so I've got 3 smoother candles, and this one had dips that were too deep, so I had to sort of do an additional pour, but nonetheless they all look really great. Now I am going to start with removing the mold sealer at first. Like I said, this is reusable, so all you need to do is you need to store it in a plastic bag, or in a paper bag itself, and it is good to use. Whenever you're reusing it, all you need to do is just to roll it again for a few seconds, and they're ready, and you can use it for many times possible. This is just reusable and non-toxic, so you can reuse it as many as times as you want to. So I'll first remove all the mold sealers. This is a really crucial step. Otherwise, this is going to continue holding the candle, which is what we don't want. We want it to come off. As you can see, it comes off really nicely. It doesn't leave any kind of residue, and it still holds all the wax. There are no spills whatsoever. As you can see, it was successful in holding out any wax spills that might occur or that could occur, but we've got a savior here. Now what I'm going to do is, now I'm going to first remove these because these are like the easier ones. So yeah, let's just do that first. I removed the top first, and then uh, this is the flat one, the perfect one, and it is having a narrow diameter, and this one's having a slightly it has a slightly thicker diameter. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep it here and push it down. Voila! It was not at all difficult because we took all the precautions that were required, and we let it cure properly as well. So as you can see, the lines, they are perfect. There is nothing at all that would say that it's not professional quality or not professional grade. The top itself is nice, and it is so much cleaner. Can you see how beautiful this is? And it's just so nice. I really love it. I'm definitely in love with it. So now let's start with the second one as well. So like I showed you all, I've already removed the mold sealer. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rotate this anti-clockwise. Whenever you're making pillar candles, I would highly suggest, at least for the heavy ones, go for polycarbonate molds only, because the other ones so as you can see, it just came out so easily. I didn't really have to do anything at all, not even the pushing, it just came out. So yeah, what I was saying is, whenever you are polycarbonate molds work really well in terms of the bigger size candles, so I highly suggest that. And with all the processes that I have shared, if you all thoroughly follow it, then there is no way that you're not going to get a perfect candle. So please make sure to follow all these steps. Now that we've unmolded the top two, now what we're going to do is we're going to unmold these flower ones as well. So let's quickly begin. So I have my heat gun on me. What I'll be doing is I'll just be using a little heat on the exterior and a little heat on the top so that it comes out faster. So let's just do this. And for these kind of molds which don't really have like two sides of openings, this is a common challenge. So I'm just going to start by giving it some heat. That's it. I just heated up a little and then it came off. Because we know we've already heated it up, we're not going to touch it, and we're going to let it set for some time until it sort of cools down, because we don't want to touch and then sort of mess around with the piece. The second one as well. So the places that where you really need to put the heat is just the top, because it's here that it's usually stuck. So just the top and just a little on the sides, that's what you want to do. So I'm just gonna try it, and it has come off. Yay! I'm so happy with the outcome. So this was my behind the scenes, my secret sauce of how to make these perfect pillar soy candles. I thoroughly enjoyed the process, and I hope you all enjoyed watching the video as well. Do try these methods out and let me know how it works out for you all. I am like a curious cat who always wants to know how it worked out for you all. So please give me that closure. It'll just make me very happy. Also, if you are interested in checking out the mold sealer, it's already on the website. I am also suggesting you these two videos. This is going to enlighten your candle making journey further, so please make sure to explore them as well. And yeah, that was it from my side. I will see you all in the next video. If you like the video, you know the drill. Like, comment and share it with someone you like, someone who needs to watch it. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.